Welcome to Anatomy and Physiology. This year we will be studying the human body, and we will be studying its parts and where they're located. That is the study of anatomy. And we will also be studying physiology, the function of those body parts within the body. There are a couple of different ways that you can study anatomy. Gross anatomy is the study of large things that you can see with your naked eye. It's not gross as in icky, it's just big. You could study regional anatomy, which is studying the parts of your body in one region, such as leg, shoulder, etc. You can study it in a systemic way where you're studying the systems of the body, this is the way that we're going to approach anatomy. And then surface anatomy, which is the study of how the internal structures relate to the skin. We will also be studying microscopic anatomy. You can study anatomy at that microscopic level. We will be doing this during the first semester. We will be looking at the cells, which the study of the cell is called cytology. Cyto meaning cell, logy meaning study of. And we will also be studying tissues in the first semester, the different types of tissues that make up the organs in your body. And this study is called histology. The third way that you can study anatomy is developmental anatomy. And developmental anatomy is how things change throughout your life. And embryology is the study of those changes that happen in the womb before birth. Physiology is a little bit more complex than anatomy. Anatomy is just looking at the structures and where they are in the body. Anatomy has a lot of memorization to it. Physiology is basically all of the chemical reactions that are occurring in your body. So now we're going to look at physiology, which is going to be studying those structures, but how they work and what they do for the body. And we're really focusing on the chemical reactions that occur in the body to make that function work for the body. Now with anatomy and physiology, function and structure are always related. We have a principle of complementarity in anatomy where the structure, the shape, the size, what it looks like, always is going to have something to do with the function. So for an example of the principle of complementarity, I like to use the sperm cell. The sperm cell is the only cell in the human body that has a flagella, which is the little tail-like thing on the sperm itself. And what that allows the sperm to do is swim. And the function of a sperm is to swim from point A to point B. It's trying to swim towards the egg so it can fertilize the egg. So that's just one example of the mini principle of complementarity in the human body. When we're talking about just the structural organization, there is a basic hierarchy of things as they, in the body, we look at the small to the large. We'll be studying both small and large structures in the body this year, but they are always going to be made up of the same things. So the first level of structural organization is at the chemical level. It's those atoms and molecules that are making up the parts of a cell. The second part is the cellular part. And cells are made up of molecules. Cells have organelles in them that have specific functions, etc. We studied that in biology. Cells that work together make up a tissue. And tissues that work together make up an organ. Organs that work together make up an organ system. And like I said before, we're going to be studying different organ systems this year. And then finally you get to the entire organism. And that is all of the organ systems working together. The next slide is just going to show kind of the interaction between those levels of structural organization. So you see here that we have molecules, atoms that are making up molecules. We have cells. The cells are making up tissue. Tissues are going to then make up an organ, and then organ systems. Those are the organs that are working together to finally make the organism.